Sira is a detailed and comprehensive description of the life of the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, which serves for Muslims not just historical chronicle, but living leadership filled with deep meanings and spiritual lessons. It covers all the stages of his life, from birth in Mecca, his childhood, youth and the first revelations to the resettlement to Medina, the formation of the Islamic State and the completion of his prophetic mission. Each event in Sira is not just a fact from the past, but an instruction that reveals wisdom, patience, justice and mercy of the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings be upon him. Through Sir, we learn about how the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, interacted with people, how he resolved conflicts, how he showed compassion for the weak and firmness in defending the truth. His life is the embodiment of the Quran in action, and without studying Sira, our understanding of Islam remains incomplete. For example, many verses of the Quran were sent down in connection with specific events from the life of the Prophet, and only through Sira can we understand their true context and depth. Sira also shows how the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, overcame difficulties, whether it was a persecution of Mecca, difficulties after relocation to Medina or tests in battles. Its resistance in faith, the ability to forgive enemies, wisdom in the management of society, all these are invaluable lessons for modern Muslims. In addition, Sira reveals his everyday habits, a manner of communication, attitude to family and neighbors, which makes him an example applicable in the everyday life of every believer. The study of Sira is not just a reading of history, but the process of spiritual education. The more Muslim learns about the life of the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, the more clearly the path of following Islam becomes for him. Sira teaches us patience in trials, sincerity in worship, mercy to the creations of Allah and stamina in front of the face of hardships. It recalls that Islam is not just a set of rituals, but a holistic lifestyle in which faith manifests itself in every act. Moreover, Sira unites the Muslim ummu, because the love of the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, and the desire to follow his example is what connects believers of different eras and cultures. When we read about his life, we not only gain knowledge, but also strengthen our connection with him, and through this, with Allah. After all, the Quran says, "In the Messenger of Allah there was a great example for you." Surah Al-Ahzab, 21. Thus, Sira is an integral part of Islamic knowledge, without which a full-fledged understanding of religion is impossible. She inspires, instructs and directs, helping Muslims remain on the straight path at all times. The study of the life of the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, is not just a tribute to respect, but the need for everyone who wants his faith to be firm, and worship is conscious. Through Sir, we learn to love Allah and His Messenger, and therefore, we ourselves become better, following the noble example of the greatest man in the history of mankind.